Dan.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me. This is the new Trackstar.
This is the new Trackstar Studios.
Still in La Mesa.
Still in La Mesa, 5 minutes away from the old location.
From the old location. And how long had you been in that location?
20 years.
Holy moly.
Exactly, 20 years.
That's crazy.
And you were probably one of the first clients.
Yeah? Way
Yeah.
back in the... That's true.
20 years ago.
I didn't realize that you just moved in then. So why did you move?
I lost the lease.
Okay.
The lady who owned the building passed away.
Okay.
And they sold the building, and I think they're building a liquor store there.
Priorities.
Yeah, priorities, you know.
Oh, well, that's cool. This is actually feels, I don't know, I loved your old studio, but this feels similar, yet bigger.
It's bigger,
Yeah.
and has a lot of rooms and a
Yeah.
lot of possibilities,
A lot of options,
and an
yeah.
incredible view.
Yes, it does
You know.
indeed, absolutely.
So this is it.
Okay, and this big, I don't remember this big console either last time.
No, this is all, it's all been designed by some friends of mine in LA, and then we brought in this big screen, and this is an Avid console, and we still have all our, two mic preamps.
Yep,
and all that.
beautiful. And who are we listening to?
This is a song I co-wrote with Michael Natter, Nancy Natter, and it's about the Never Again movement.
Okay.
The kids in
Absolutely.
Florida.
Yep.
And it's going to be pitched to different artists.
Okay.
And we're really happy with it. And it's basically the Natters and my cousins from France who are known programmers and EDM guys.
Gotcha. Well, very cool. Okay, can we see the rest of the studio?
Sure, let's do that. Okay, so this is the vocal booth, or where we can record some instruments.
Yeah.
So here it is.
Beautiful.
And we do all kinds of vocals here. There's a futon if somebody gets really tired.
Some people like to lay down when they sing.
Exactly. It's made for everyone.
Love it.
Okay, and now we're going to go to the piano room, and we can record from every single room.
Oh, the
This is
piano room. Gorgeous.
And this is my 1926 Schultz that sounds awesome. As a matter of fact, Kamau Kenyatta is coming today at 2 o'clock to play it.
Really? It's gorgeous.
And we have cameras everywhere in the house that we can see who's working,
Nice. Oh, I love this floor.
And this is, believe it or not, the drum room. Last week we recorded drums in here with the high ceilings, and it sounds absolutely awesome.
Beautiful. Okay, and the artwork, of course, in this drum room, I know, is your father.
That's my father, yeah.
Incredible stuff.
So I call this the break room. And we actually come out here and write.
Oh, what a beautiful
When we have
place.
ideas.
Of course. All right, so tell me about this new company you have with the Natters. Who
Okay.
are the Natters?
Okay, well, Michael Natter co-wrote I Won't Give Up and 93 Million Miles with Jason Mraz.
Okay.
And Nancy's wife co-wrote a few songs too on Jason's Yes album.
Okay.
And then they started working with different American Idol people a couple of years back, and then they brought me in as a producer and co-writer, and we started this new company called Jonah Music Group,
Jonah, okay.
and we write for Ray Von Owen, who was a American Idol finalist.
Okay.
We write for Jax, who is also a finalist.
Right.
We write for Alex Kinsey, who won X Factor.
Okay.
And we write for, quite a few different, and then artists and television, and if they ask us, we do it.
Sure, absolutely.
That's pretty simple, right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
So one of the last times I was here in this backyard was when you invited 8 Ball Rack. We were recording, this was maybe 2001.
Yep.
And we were recording our first CD with you, and you invited us to a party here where we got to meet Bernie Taupin.
I remember that.
It
Yeah.
was such a trip.
I had been working here for 3 days with Bernie Taupin,
Yeah.
who I had worked with dating back to the 80s.
Yeah.
And I remember we met, and we hit it off, and I invited the whole band. I don't know if you remember, we had like 300 guests
I know,
there. It was
yeah.
completely insane.
It was. Okay, well, let's check the rest of the place out.
Okay.
All right, Josquin, here we are in the kitchen of your studio, and it's a gorgeous kitchen. There's that view again. I wanted to ask you how you got into the business as a musician. You've been playing bass for how many years?
Oh, gee. I'm not sure I want to say this. Let me think. 48 years.
Okay. Wow.
But anyway, so I played bass all my life, basically. And I started in the south of France, and then by the time I was 19, I was signed with United Artists Records in France, and then with RCA. And I just rolled into the music business and just kept moving forward on whatever I could do. So I was first a bass player, then I moved to LA around, let me see, 1979. And so now I'm dating myself. And then I became a studio bass player. And then I also had a band called Stress. It was me and Jimmy Crespo, who had been with Aerosmith.
Wow.
And that lasted about 3 years. We did one record, and it was fun. And then I became a producer in the late 80s and a co-writer. That's when I started working on stuff with Bernie Taupin. And then I became a Warner Chappell songwriter, an EMI songwriter. And around 93, a good friend of mine, Brian Spivak, who used to work at Geffen, told me about this label down in San Diego called Cargo Records.
Oh, yeah.
And I came down and I kind of became one of their guys as far as A&R, and produced quite a few records for them. And it was an amazing 7 years with Cargo, when you could actually go out, go to a club, find an artist you like, sign them, put out a record. Isn't that a concept? You know,
those were the days.
You know, those were the days. And then I built my studio, and then when Cargo decided to close its doors, I kept moving with the studio. And then I got into the film TV business, promoting songs and cues for TV shows.
So how long have you been a Taylor artist?
About 6 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful little bass.
I know. Isn't that
Wow,
great?
sounds amazing. Okay, and Josquin, you put out an actual library of bass books, right?
Yes, bass instruction books.
And what are those called?
Well, they're out with Hellenic Publishing, Mel Bay, and Warner Brothers. And basically, I started in 1991 with a book called Bass Fitness that sold hundreds of thousands of copies.
Right.
And I just released the app, Bass Fitness app,
Super
which is
cool.
basically exercises for your fingers.
That you can get right on your phone.
Yeah, you can get them on your phone, you can record yourself,
Hey,
you
cool.
can play back, it comes with a mixer. So that was basically the extension of Bass Fitness, the book.
Right.
And you probably noticed around the house, we call this the house of bass. Because bass clef is on the gate.
Yes. I did notice. Yeah.
Bass clef on all the sconces.
Right.
I stopped short of putting one in the driveway because I didn't want to go Liberace, you know.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so tell me who you are currently working with in this studio.
So we just finished a track for Rayvon Owen, who's he was a finalist on American Idol season 14, and we wrote a great song that we just finished, and Tolan Shaw actually participated in the writing.
Oh, Tolan.
And Michael Natter, Nancy Natter, and Rayvon, of course.
Yeah.
And awesome track, more R&B sounding.
Can we hear it?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, let's listen to it while I do a little more touring of the place. Josquin, thank you so much for having us here today. It was fun to see your brand new studio. Just thank you for all your help over the years and your friendship, and best of luck here with the new studio and Jonah. Learn more about Josquin Des Pres and Trackstar Studio here in La Mesa, California.
Thank you.
I wish that I could tell you every thought that crossed my mind, but I doubt that you still love me, and I'd be scared of what you'd find. And I wish that I could show you every shape and every shade. I'm a beautiful mosaic of the messes I have made. Never loved like this, you're so different. Never loved like this. You make it worth it. You make it worth it. Take the pieces of my soul, put me back and make me whole. never could imagine how you opened up my sky, shined a light on all my colors, darkest places of my mind. It's your touch that gave me feeling that I never felt before. It's your hands that gave me